Episode of the Everblack Podcast is brought to you by Death Wish Hot Rods and Customs. Check out their Instagram for all their new t-shirts, caps, beanies, cups, and the all-new Atomic Death lineup. Thanks for joining us on the show. It is definitely excellent that we could talk about, of course, this new EP, which is absolutely incredible. And it's called Please Put Me in a Medically Induced Coma, which I think is one of the best titles ever. And it's a great little collection of singles that, you've released, and some new ones as well. It's such a unique EP. Like, it's such an incredible thing. How are you feeling that it's out in the world? And
well, it's been a long time coming. So I feel like, honestly, more relieved than excited. Like, I feel like, okay, it's out and now, because, by the time you release anything, you have 15, 20, 30 songs that are new that are you're more excited about. So you're like, it's like, I think that's a good sign that I'm like always making music and that I kind of grow really fast to where like my old music is like, oh my God, like I just need to get this out so I can get the new stuff out. So that's kind of how I always feel. But it's definitely like my introduction to the world, and it's like my first real project. So I do feel really great about it being out. And it's like, definitely, it's so me. And yeah, I think it's like a really good, like I said, introduction to just like Carolesdaughter and like who I am and what I like stand for.
how far back do the songs go?
They go really far back. Like, Please Put Me in a Medically Induced Coma, the title and the song I wrote when I was 16 in rehab. So it's at least like 3 or 4 years old. And yeah, the only song out of that EP that I wrote not in rehab actually was Audrey. Audrey I wrote like a year ago.
Did they evolve much from that time? Did they change from when you recorded them?
It was important to me that I keep it kind of how I imagined it like then. And all of it was written acoustically on my guitar. And I didn't really have a vision on how it was going to be produced out. And so I've kept like all the lyrics, all the melodies are the same. The only thing that's really changed is just how we've produced them.
Well, it sounds incredible. And,
Thank you.
The thing I guess I gravitated towards the most was there seems to be this very dark, somewhat tongue-in-cheek humor about the songs as well as tackling, obviously some serious subjects, which is something that for me, my outlook on life, it's a totally way of sort of dealing with things. Was that the purpose behind it, the idea behind it?
I think part of like who I am, well, something that I've always liked about myself was even at my worst times and even at my very, very darkest, like rock bottom, and then hitting rock bottom and then digging 6 more feet, like I was still funny. Like no matter what, like I could not, like I could always laugh about where I was. Like I would literally be like, so like my life would just be in shambles and I'd be like, this is kind of funny though. Like, so I don't know. I guess it is like part of just who I am is like always having a sense of humor. And it's kind of what like got me through a lot of times. But also I just think it's really fun to just have like that juxtaposition of like really just like dark lyrics, like literally being like, please put me in a medically induced coma. But it's like a funny way of saying it. And so I just think it's like, everybody's sad sometimes. And like everybody can hear the same thing. Like, oh, I'm so sad. I want to die, or this and that. Like, but you need to come up with creative ways of saying it. Like you can't just say it like that, because then where's the artistic approach? Where's the tact? So
that's right. And it's so diverse as well. Like that's the thing. Like musically, I hear so many different influences in what you do. Where do you draw from the most? Because you got punk, you got a little bit of hip hop in there, electronic stuff. It's everywhere.
I think like every song is inspired by like something a little bit different. Like Audrey, for example, is like really inspired by like Neck Deep. And especially the song A Part of Me. It's like really kind of the inspiration behind it, like very earnest, very like I'll do anything for you. Like it's about a girl, you know, it's just like so just like please love me. And like I just so that's kind of the inspiration behind that. And also with the production as well, it being kind of like folky. I kind of took some inspiration from like Days and Days, which I really love that band. So that's the inspiration for like Audrey, but all the other songs like Please Put Me in Medically Induced Coma is super like pop punk sounding. And yeah, so it's all over the place because because that's kind of how I am, you know, I listen to literally everything. So I don't like to put myself into like a box or just like, oh, this is the one inspiration for the EP. It's like, you know, it's all over the place.
And visually as well. I found, you know, you seem like you're forever evolving and changing, and that's a cool thing because it's something that I gravitate towards with, you know, Bowie and great artists like that throughout the years. You know, that's something that seems like it's important to you as well.
It's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up. And it's like, it's kind of funny because like every single video off this EP, I look entirely different. Like literally every single video, I look like a completely different person. And then I just took out a bunch of my piercings. I literally took out 6 of my piercings and I had like 10 or 15 on my face. So now I look even more different and I'm blonde now. So, you know, you really just I cannot hold like, I don't know what makes me look like me besides like, at least now I have the tattoos and they're not coming off. So I don't know. I love to look different. I can't like my style doesn't change, but the looks do.
Yes. And I know talking about the piercings, I noticed your septum, you had that, you stretched that up, didn't you? That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm an ex-body piercer.
And now it's gone.
And now it's gone.
Yep.
Oh, I'm all down.
I know, right? Well, that thing is never closing. I still have a hole in my nose. Like I can see through it sometimes. And it feels like I have an extra nostril. Like I'll be breathing and I'll be like, I feel like I'm breathing better than everybody else.
You get a little winter. Yeah, I never got that far. I just got my little But I mean, that's your mum we say mum down here. You'll get used
to it. Yes, my mum.
Your mum. That's her on the cover.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
did her
cool.
makeup for that.
Did it take much convincing?
No, because my mom is amazing and she was like, of course I'll do that for you. But it was definitely like out of her comfort zone. So I know she was like a little like, you know, she did it for me, but I don't think she would have like thought of that herself or just, you know, she definitely wasn't going to go out like that for sure.
Because she'll be everywhere now. Like,
yeah,
on record.
I mean, I think like, I don't even know if people are putting that together, like, but I hope that they are. I hope that they look at it and they're like, who is that? Oh, wait, Carolesdaughter. Oh, wait, maybe that's Carolesdaughter. That's her mom. Maybe that's her mom. Like, I hope people are putting it together, but you know, you really can't expect anything from anyone because you'd be surprised how many people are like, they'll call me Carol and then they'll be like, is Carol really your mom's name? And I'd be like, that'd be kind of dumb if it wasn't, but yes, it is.
That's really cool.
Like, yeah, I just got this giant tattoo of a random name on my arm. Like, yes.
What'd she think of that? Did she love it?
She was like, oh my gosh.
She got tattooed?
Like, oh my gosh, it's huge.
Did you
she likes it though.
Did she take her to get tattooed as well?
She doesn't have any tattoos.
Oh?
No, she'll never get a tattoo. Even if I really wanted to get a matching tattoo with her, she would not get a tattoo with me. It's okay.
Well, of course, your song "Violent" was massive, and it recently hit gold, which is huge. How's that?
I know, right? Honestly, to get the gold record, I really was like, you know, you can see numbers, you can see streams. You're like, okay, 100 million, that's pretty crazy, but like, it's just a number on a screen. And then having a gold record sent to you, it's something physical that I could hang up. That I was like, wow, like I did that, and nobody else can take that away from me. No matter what I do, I still did that. So it does feel really good. It's like I have it hanging up in my room, so it's nice.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And more on the way, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
Absolutely. It's really cool. Yeah. And of course, you opened for one of my favorite bands, Coheed and Cambria, and of course, the Used as well, which is massive. How was that experience with those guys?
It was great. Like they were super, you know, it was like one of my first experiences opening for somebody. And and they were just super nice, like super. I talked to all of them, and like, I think people warned me about like, oh, sometimes when you open for people, they kind of just do their own thing. They're just like, oh, you're the opener, you open and you do, and you go back to your thing. But they were super just like, said hi to me and made friends, and it was great. And also seeing them perform live like was just mind blowing. And the last show, I like went into the pit, and it was so fun. It was so fun. It was great.
It's the best. And
Yes.
also Machine Gun Kelly as well. You opened for him, which is totally
Yes.
different audience as well. I assume.
Right.
Sort of. How were the contrasts between the audiences?
Well, it was definitely like, I felt like the Coheed and Cambria and the Used audience was going to be more receptive towards me, but I actually found that the MGK crowds were like, I think a little younger and also open to more new music. Like, everyone who's going to see Coheed and Cambria and the Used, it's like, oh, these are my favorite bands. They don't really care about the opener, not in a bad way by any means, but it's like they're there for what they're there for. And then I think a lot of people would go to just the MGK show like, oh yeah, I've heard a couple of songs on the radio. Like, let's go have some fun. Let's have some drinks. So it's like a little bit of a different vibe. But both experiences were like truly amazing. And yeah, it was awesome.
You know what's amazing? You coming down to Australia, mate?
Yes, full tilt. I'm so ready.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a massive lineup too. And for us, it's pretty special because I guess over there, a lot of the tours are starting to happen again. And here we're a little bit behind. So when that got announced, it's huge. Have you ever been to Australia before? Is it first time?
I've never even left the USA. So this is all going to be new to me. And I'm I'm so excited to I've always wanted to come to Australia. So this is my opportunity. And it's great that I get to go there for a good reason. I don't have to just go by myself.
No, and
I think the lineup is really, really cool too. I was kind of confused on why I'm on it, but I am not complaining. I'm like, this is awesome. This is great. So
who you looking
and some
forward
of Australia's own bands are playing, huh?
Yeah. It's gonna be massive. Who are you looking forward to hanging out with and seeing?
Well, I'm really excited to see PVRIS perform. I think that's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be so good. And the Ghost Inside.
Man. Oh, okay, of course. I wasn't even gonna say that because I was like, that's a given, right?
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna say those dudes are just awesome. Many years ago, my old band opened for them in a little tiny hall here, and they were the only band who took the time to watch us and come up and talk to us after, and just the coolest dudes. I'll forever respect those guys. And look at them.
Awesome.
Yeah, they are the.
So you've seen them live, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Or how many times?
Just once.
Okay, that's cool. That one time.
That one time.
How many years ago was that?
Well, I'm 100 now, so I think it'll be it's probably about 15 years ago.
Okay, cool.
Long time.
So are you coming to Full Tilt? Are you going to see them?
Yeah, man. Of course I'll be there.
Hell
Brisbane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Gonna be the best thing in the world. I'm so excited. I'm so damn excited, especially to see you live. I've seen little clips of you live and you look like you have so much fun. It's going to be awesome.
I'm very excited. I hope and I'm working on I've been practicing my live show and everything, and it just gets better and better, because I'm pretty new to all of this, touring and performing my own songs with a band. It's all really, really new to me. And it just, I've had only a little bit of practice, but it's going really well. So I just think with the more time, the better it's going to be. And I'm just excited. I'm coming now to Australia. And so you guys get a better show than the rest of the other ones.
Don't be that. No, I'm sure you crushed it.
Thank you. But you're always improving. There's always room to improve.
That is true. But what else you got coming up? You got more music on the way, more videos?
I have so much music that I want to put out. I have so much music. I literally was just in New York for a week making a song every single day. I just did a feature that I don't think I can tell you who it's for. And but I just did a little feature and I just made a bunch of songs. So I have so much stuff planned, and that's why I'm really excited about the EP being out, because now it's all right, what's next? there's no pause, no breaks. Like we're just gonna keep going. And this year, like I'm going to be releasing a lot more music than I did the last year. The last year was kind of needed more.
Oh, I'm excited. What about the direction? Can you give us a bit of a teaser on where musically it's headed?
I'm moving a little bit away from like the rock sound, I think, and not forever, just for this recent stuff I've been making. And yeah, I think it's going to be like a little, like, all the people that were fans of me because of Violent, I think, they've been really holding on, but it's time to give them something, a little bit like that because, yeah, they deserve it.
Oh,
so stuff a little bit more trappy, a little bit more like poppy in some areas, like kind of the emo trap pop vibe that Violent was. I'm channeling that in a little bit in the new music, but still with the new Carolesdaughter like sound. So yeah. Some hyper pop stuff. I just did a little hyper pop feature for this really cool artist, Underscores. And so I've kind of been, I'm dabbling. I'm just dabbling. I'm not probably going to do a song in that style of my own, but I think it's really fun to just like hop in other people's genres. It's so fun. I love that, like, in this day and age, you could just do literally anything genre wise. And yeah.
It definitely feels like it's more open-minded these days. Music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I definitely want to like make sure, like, I'm not ever going to be like, oh, this is my new sound. This is my new sound. This is the new Carolesdaughter. It's never going to be like that. It's always going to be like, this is what I'm doing right now. But like, who's to say that, I can't make a whole entire like super emo, like almost screamo project. Like I would love to do something like that, like soon, I just have to get everybody else on board. So we'll see.
You could do it. You could do it. You could do whatever. The world is your oyster, my friend.
I hope so.
Well, it's been awesome hanging out with you on the show. We'll have all the links down here in the show notes for, of course, Full Tilt and the EP. Mate, you take care of yourself, and we will see you very, very soon.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.